Hi, my name is Michelle, and welcome to my Raw and Real channel. I started this channel so that people who are coming from a background of a dysfunctional home and all of the wounding that comes from that, and all of the acting out and addictions and self-condemnation and shame and blame and all that, can have a place to go to that is fused with eating healthy raw foods and exercise. I've gone to 12-step groups as I have been on my healing journey through health to be able to work through my issues from coming from being raised in an alcoholic home. And I was always able to talk about the alcoholism, but I could never really have a safe place to talk about eating healthy food. And if there was a food program, you could talk about the food, but not necessarily the alcoholic upbringing. And so I really wanted a place where we can talk about both. The Raw and Real channel is about how when we embark on really a program of self-improvement to eat healthier, oftentimes a lot of raw emotions come up and it can be really overwhelming. And if we don't have some new strategies in place to be able to deal with them, we can be relapsing into unhealthy food. And so as a educator and trying to help people to switch over to healthier eating lifestyles, what I noticed was that there was a distinct majority of people that had no interest in getting healthier. They had no interest in eating, healthier and living longer and all these other things. And I don't think it was just because they were addicted. Sure, that's part of it, but why are they addicted? Well, the reason I think is because as a society, it's not acceptable and okay to talk about vulnerable feelings, especially the depression, the anxiety, the fear, the shame, the embarrassment, the loneliness. Those are all still taboo topics to talk about. And so those unhealthy foods help those people to cope with those emotions that they're not able to admit in public. And because they have these, bombs that have gone off in their lives, they are, separated from family and friends for various reasons, they can't cope with their feelings, they have no desire to eat healthier. And so if you can't heal on a spiritual and an emotional level, you have no desire to heal on a physical level. And so this channel is about healing from the top down so that we naturally want to put in the healthiest, most life-sustaining food into our body, and which is raw foods. So as you go through my channel, you'll see a lot of information. I've seen in the YouTube community, particularly when it comes to food, there's a lot of really a lot of projection of some anger and some shame and some criticism. And so if you come to this channel with that attitude, I am going to invite you into dialogue about talking about where that's coming from, because that projection is coming from a background issue that you've had somewhere of perfectionism, of shame, or whatever. So whatever I'm talking about is triggering something inside of you that we need to take a look at. So this is going to be a very unique channel for sure, and that's really why I started it, is because I saw a real need for some open, honest, and vulnerable dialogue. And I'm going to get open and honest too, and it's going to be uncomfortable, but I am going to share with you my story with the hopes that it will help you in your story as well. So feel free to subscribe. I'm going to be having regular videos on just how to transform your life. Fortunately, even though I've come from a really bad background, I've got a pretty successful life. I've been happily married for almost 24 years. I'm healthy. I've got a beautiful home, and I have a job I love. And so I wanted to give those of you who are watching all the skills that helped me to get here and how I've been able to avoid. I do some volunteer work in the prisons, and I've actually started an adult child of an alcoholics class there, and I try to give all of those the skills that have helped me to avoid getting into a predicament that they are too. So if you are sitting there watching this video and you're in pain, stay tuned. Hopefully the information and the resources I'm going to be providing for you will help you to transform that pain and to feel good and to heal and to feel light again. So thanks for watching.